Former President Jacob Zuma remains in medical care this evening. He's been in hospital for over 2 weeks with an undisclosed medical condition. Earlier this month, he was unable to attend the arms deal corruption trial in Pietermaritzburg. He's currently serving a 15-month sentence for contempt of court after refusing to comply with a constitutional court order to continue his testimony at the State Capture Commission. The former president has said he's willing to attend the commission, but only if Deputy Chief Justice Zondo recuses himself. Zuma believes Zondo is biased. Well, let's get an update on how the former president is doing. And I'm joined now by spokesperson for the Jacob Zuma Foundation, Mzwanele Manyi. Good evening, Mr. Manyi. Thank you so much for your time. Could you tell us how the former president's health is tonight?
Yeah, good evening, Sally, and your viewers. President Zuma, His Excellency, the first prisoner of the Constitutional Court that has been sentenced with a criminal sentence, being a civil contemner, is indeed coping with his jail sentence. He's coping with his health issues following the medical examination by SA Military Hospital doctors.
We understand from Correctional Services he had an operation on the 14th of August. Can you confirm that and whether it was a success?
Look, we have not received any adverse reports, but that's what Correctional Services is reporting. They are there with him all the time, 24/7. As you know, that he's a prisoner, so he's always at the care of the Correctional Services. So whatever Correctional Services says must be gospel. But the lawyers have been to visit President Zuma in this week, and they have not said anything that would cause us to be very concerned. But obviously, up until we get a doctor's report, we just have to be hanging there and be hopeful that the doctor's report will report positively.
Now, the trial was postponed to the 9th of September. At this point, do you think it is likely the president may need to apply for a longer postponement to deal with his health?
Look, the situation at hand right now is that on the 20th of August, the medical team was supposed to have submitted a medical certificate or something in court, as it were. As things happen now, due to all other delays in the medical fraternity there, that deadline was missed. And I think there are processes in place to manage that situation. So we remain hopeful that by the time the 9th comes, then that everything will be in order, as it were. But we remain concerned with the situation that is happening now, where the NPA has already appointed their doctor to come and supervise the other doctors of the SA Military Hospital. In our view, we think that as the foundation, that this whole thing by the NPA actually is a violation of the Constitution. Section 41 of the Constitution of this country requires state organs to cooperate with each other. For the NPA to be second-guessing another state organ, in our view, is an unconstitutional conduct. In fact, if you go to that section, and you look at paragraph G, you will see that there is an issue around non-encroachment. So in our view, the NPA is actually encroaching on
do you understand? Sorry to... point made. Do you have any idea why the state doctors, the military doctors, missed that 20 August deadline? Have they given any explanation to Jacob Zuma's legal team?
No, they haven't. I suspect the explanation is medical. Those doctors have got no political agenda or anything. They are just doing what they need to do, and they are taking the time that is required to do what they're meant to do. So they are not operating under any pressure by anybody. So no, we have not asked them why you have missed the deadline, but I'm sure part of the report that will give full explanation to that.
I have to ask you another matter. A little earlier on eNCA, Pietermaritzburg of the ANC was interviewed by my colleague Clement Manyatela. And Clement asked about the fact that Jacob Zuma's lawyers are trying to get hold of the ANC's financial records. And it seems that Jacob Zuma's lawyers have been given a bit of a runaround. I wonder if you're able to tell us whether those documents have been supplied to Jacob Zuma's lawyers, and if not, what explanation you've been given for not getting them.
Well, indeed, I think Clement was quite on point in asking Pietermaritzburg, firstly, when exactly were these floods? I mean, all of us were in the country. We'd really like to know when did this happen. I mean, some of us have been in the eNCA. Not even in one of the conferences did we get a report that there was floods and all of that. So why was is this thing only coming up now, only known by these few people and all of that? So I must say, I've already commented on the matter that it sounds very childish, this kind of a thing. And by the way, it's like, as I said before, hiding pregnancy. This information that we're asking for, we're very clear. We know that this information is there, and it's not only in the ANC offices, it is only in other areas as well. It is in the banks. It was delivered even in the Security Commission. So it's everywhere. So indeed, to be trying to be playing silly tricks on a straightforward matter like this is quite regrettable.
Thank you so much for chatting to us this evening. That's the spokesperson for the Jacob Zuma Foundation, Mzwanele Manyi, and he says that the former president is coping. So he is still being looked after, and from correctional services we've heard he had an operation earlier this month.